Yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to URKG. This is your latest Real Madrid news and transfer news. We got a massive updates regarding Real Madrid. And look, and today we got some serious news, people. Serious news. First up, Real Madrid have reportedly made a direct contact with Ibrahim Konate. And yes, they have told him not to renew with Liverpool. And look, if he waits out, we're basically planning to grab him for free in 2026. And that's what we did with Kylian Mbappe. That's what we did with Alaba, Rodrygo. The strategy, the same strategy again. And another update regarding Brahim Diaz. We've got a crazy £65 million offer from Saudi club from Brahim Diaz. That is a big money for a player who's not even a guaranteed starter, right? Also, one of our most versatile guy off the bench. Should Madrid sell or hold on? We're going to discuss that. And finally, of course, this Rodrygo topic never goes away. We talk Rodrygo again. Arsenal seems to be backing off due to his wages. But now Spurs, Manchester City, Liverpool, all are circling around. And especially if Son leaves, Tottenham want Rodrygo to be their face and to be the face of their team, really. But does he even want to join Tottenham? I highly doubt that. But look, Gotta get into all of that. Before we do, y'all already know what to do. Make sure you smash a like on the stream, subscribe to the channel if you're new to the channel, and let me know your thoughts about all these topics, different topics we're gonna cover today, and also get your votes in the poll as well. We're gonna start off with Konaté situation. Look, this is wild. Madrid reached out to Konaté. They've reached out to him, and according to Fachegas, you can see here, it appears that Madrid has already contacted Liverpool centre-back Ibrahim Konaté, asking him not to extend his current deal with the Premier League side. And in return, of course, Madrid are asking to promise him an offer in January or in 2026 to try to sign him up as a free agent in the summer. And this is the same strategy we've seen in the past that has worked really, really well for Alaba, Antonio Rudiger, Kylian Mbappe. The list goes on. We've seen it with Trent Alexander-Arnold as well. It is to be noted that Konaté 26 is unhappy with the contract term offered by Liverpool. This is massive. This is massive. If this is actually happening, it is massive, because if he's not happy with the contract, for sure, he's going to come to us. For sure, he is going to join us. So looking forward to that. Really, really, really looking forward to that. It's going to raise a lot of questions, of course. They're not happy, right? We know Liverpool. We know Liverpool are not happy with the situation. They're just not happy with the situation right now, because we keep coming to a Liverpool player and getting them for free, and they are absolutely fuming right now. By the way, big up Tristan, Soaks, London, everybody. Big up to all of you. Big up to all of you for joining us. Look, the key point that I want to talk about and touch on is that Konaté situation. Liverpool are panicking mode right now. They gave him money and he's not accepting that offer. Konaté is unhappy with their offer. And Alonso, we know he has approved this deal way, way long time ago, right? But do you think he's going to be our next defensive leader? Get in the chat right now. Roy, I remember you. And do you think, right, should we make that move right now, or should we wait until the summer to sign up for free? In my opinion, I think it has everything to do with stop spamming the chat, people. Stop spamming in the chat. You gotta be banned. Stop spamming in the chat. If you think about Konaté's situation, right? We got this Alaba dude who does not want to leave. That's the main concern that we have right now. As long as Alaba is in the team, there's no way Konaté is coming. We know that. We've got Rudiger, Asensio, Chouameni has been used in that position as well. Dean Housen, Militao, all these guys, right? They can't play every week. We know. So Alaba has to leave for Konaté to come now. If Alaba stays, Konaté most likely is going to come in the summer. Even if we do want to sign Konaté now, we need to bring in at least 20 to 25 M's. And Madrid, most likely, if you ask my honest opinion, Madrid most likely are going to wait until the summer, next summer, and try to get him for free. That's what they're going to do. I think that's what they are going to do. All right, I'm just going to... All right, I've taken care of him. No worries. So says we really need new midfielders. Exactly. I'm gonna touch on the midfielder situation, right? But let's just try to finish up the conversation with Konaté's situation. The news that is just coming out now: Madrid admire Konaté big time. We know that he's a long-term solution for our defense. Rudiger's kind of getting old. We're trying to get these guys in. Saliba was another conversation, and Konaté is also another Frenchman that Madrid is looking at. So the decision is whether they could get it now or whether they can get him later on. My honest prediction is that I think we're going to get him later on. It's not going to happen now, especially Alaba does not want to leave. We did that show 2 days ago. Reports came out regarding Alaba, and Alaba has no intention to leave, and he wants to compete for his position. So technically, it's going to be difficult to get Konaté. but the news are not stopping. It's continuously happening. It's continuously coming. And there's a lot of talks about Konaté's situation. We're going to keep an eye on this, but you guys let me know your thoughts before we move into the second topic I want to cover. Let me know your thoughts about Konaté's situation and get your votes in the poll. I see 75% says it's a smart move to just wait and get him for free. And also some people are saying we could get someone now. I mean, we could still get him now, but we're just going to have to pay up 20 M's. That's the problem. We need McAllister, Saliba, Konaté. That's it. There's no more signings, says Madrid, Rodrygo. Look, Saliba's situation is 100 M's. So unless we're putting Rodrygo for Arsenal, there's no way we can get Saliba now. It's not happening. 100 M's, I don't think we're going to spend 100 M's on a center back. I think the strategy has changed at Madrid. The way we approach players have significantly changed. We're no longer that team that used to just buy Galacticos, right? That's not what we're doing anymore. We're waiting until their contract is over and trying to get them for free. It's a strategy that's been used in the Serie A. Juventus have used it a lot, but Madrid is using it now. But Juventus did it in old players. Madrid is doing it basically in young players, right? Just young players. Just wait for his contract to end, says Tristan. Yes, we could also do that. Doe says, can we get Enzo Fernandez? Look, we're going to talk about that later on. We're going to talk about later on. At the end, we could do a Q&A and we could talk about all different transfer news and different players. Any topics that you guys want me to answer or cover. All right. But as of for now, basically, Konaté has not approved or has not accepted Liverpool's offer. That is a really, really good news for Real Madrid. That means he's open to joining Madrid for free, or he's open to joining Real Madrid now. So I'm just going to wait and see what happens and how this develops. The next topic that I want to cover, of course, is in regards to this guy right here, Brahim Diaz. And I don't know how true this is, but it came out today. I had to cover it. We just report the news. We don't make the news, people. But this has just came out, and Madrid received 65 million offer for this versatile star, Brahim Diaz. Again, this is coming from Fajeges. It's coming from Fajeges. Indeed, according to Fajeges, Brahim Diaz has attracted a strong interest from an unnamed Saudi club and has submitted a proposal worth approximately £65 million. And look, I'm going to bring up the question right now. And get prepared, people. Get prepared right now. I'm going to run this poll. Let's end the other poll. I'm going to create a new poll here. And I want everybody's opinion, right? I want everybody's opinion. Get involved right now. This is the question that I have. And I'm going to answer this question. You guys also answer this question in the chat, okay? But what's happening now is the figure is ridiculous. If this is true, should we accept this offer or not? Should we get rid of Brahim Diaz? It is a massive, massive question, right? If we could get like 75 him, sell him, says Tristan. M2 says at this point, Cristiano told us the future, says Mr. M2. Bro, 65, sell him, says Real Madrid. Rodrygo Mukuti says Konaté might not leave just yet. Yeah, we're done with the Konaté situation. We can cover it at the end. But try to focus on Brahim Diaz here. Fajeges, again, talking about Brahim Diaz. And again, another thing that we want to talk about is that the Saudi club wants to pay 65 M. We don't know what, or we don't know which Saudi team actually wants it. We don't know that. Should we accept that? You guys let me know. And as far as I'm concerned, last season, he was our kind of like the 12th man, I think, for Real Madrid. He's really versatile. He can play up front in the front three. He can cover in the middle of the park. If something happens to Adla Güler, I think he could be that guy to fill in that position. And Bellingham, make no mistake about it, Bellingham is out. So this guy is the closest thing that we have in the middle of the park, who is kind of somebody that can create chances. We don't have that person in our midfield. Camavinga's not it. Tchouaméni is not it. Valverde is not a creative midfielder. He's a box-to-box goal scorer and defensive midfielder. He's not really a number 10 kind of midfielder. And Güler, Bellingham, and this guy is what we have. And Bellingham, we know he's out for 3 to 4 months. So which means it's highly, highly unlikely that Madrid are going to entertain this offer. And if they do entertain this offer, it has to mean something. It has to mean we go and get Enzo Fernandez. We go and get somebody like McAllister. We go and get a replacement for Toni Kroos. So I'll definitely accept the offer if we get a replacement. Keep Rodrygo, Diaz, and then Gonzalo, Garcia, sell him. Vinny, loan, Endrick says Madrid. Just to say Saudi want Vinny now. Brahim, what? That's just saying, yeah, it's crazy. Achraf Hakimi is facing 15 years of prison. We're going to cover that. That just came in. We're going to cover that at the end. Lloyd, always Saudi says, so man, Saudi is blowing money fast. They blow money fast more than Rick Ross and all the rappers that you know. I'm just telling you. They got money. Unlimited money. They got unlimited money, unlimited oil, unlimited money. So whatever they want to get, they can get. And you can't mess with them as long as the player doesn't want to go. If he doesn't want to go, you're good. But if he wants to go for the money, it's the generational wealth we're talking about. If he goes for the money, there's nothing you could do. There is absolutely nothing you can do, bro. I think Madrid should keep him and sell Rodrygo, says dope. Ooh, that's crazy. That's new. That's actually new to say that. Get rid of Brahim Diaz. I mean, get rid of Rodrygo and keep him. It's a new one. It's a new one. A lot of people in the chat actually wants to keep Rodrygo. Madrid says, KG, if we need Enzo, we need to get rid of Vinny, and Enzo will cost like 80 to 90. We don't need to get rid of Vinny. I mean, it could be Rodrygo, it could be Brahim Diaz now. It's an option. And we got 2-3 players. Ceballos is another one, and Alaba's another one. We got these players. Frank Garcia is another one. All these players, right? We could get 20 to 25 M's. And you can add those up and get one player in. I think we could easily do that. Antonio Silva is linked to Madrid. Yes, I saw that. Yesterday, I think he was linked. Yeah, yesterday we were live, so we couldn't do that, but he was linked. Saudi could buy the entire Europe, says M2, 100%. 100%. They got all this money. They could do exactly what they want. But to stay on the topic, should Real Madrid cash in or hold on to him? I gave you my opinion. If we're going to bring a new one, we're going to bring Enzo Fernandez, for example, I'm okay with getting rid of Brahim Diaz. I'm okay with that. But if we're not getting a replacement, he has to stay. No jokes aside. He definitely has to stay. All right. The next segment is, of course, let me know your thoughts about this. And at the end, I'm going to answer all the questions that you guys have. And the next segment that I want to talk about is, of course, this guy right here, Rodrygo. His future is in doubt again. Signals major summer shift. This is what they're saying. And again, this is basically coming. It's coming from AS and Marca. They're talking Arsenal are out of the conversation. And pretty much, I'll give you the summary. Here. Pretty much, they're talking about Arsenal are out of the conversation. They can't meet Rodrygo's wage demands, and also they cannot meet the 100 M's that Madrid is asking for Rodrygo. So Arsenal, bye-bye. They sign Gyökeres. They're looking at Eze and other options right now. So Rodrygo to Arsenal is not going to happen this summer. There are slight links to Manchester City. I highly doubt that's going to happen. Liverpool is also pushing for Isak. So I don't see him going to Liverpool. Liverpool should be pushing for Rodrygo. But instead, they go for Isak, another number 9. I don't know. They signed a number 9, and then they spent 100 M's and signed it a number 9. And now they're going for another number 9, Isak. It's just ridiculous. What Liverpool is doing is just ridiculous. I think Rodrygo would have been a better option for them. I'm not saying I want Rodrygo out, but I'm just saying that he could have been a better option to replace Luis Diaz that just left the club. So it's a big mistake. And He's not going to Liverpool. And who's left? I mean, people are talking about Rodrygo's leaving. Where is he going? Where is he going? Tottenham? Is he going to go to Tottenham? Tottenham, of course, want him if Son leaves, but Rodrygo's not interested. Imagine going from Real Madrid to Tottenham, from one white to another white. But it's a different kind of white. We're talking about Spurs. They won one trophy in the past decade or something. So he's not going to join Tottenham, even though Tottenham brings up all that money that they're going to receive. So you understand the situation. Rodrygo's going to be staying, people. Rodrygo's going to be staying. He's not going anywhere. And the transfer fee is worth around 100 M's. We know he's worth it. But how does it possible? I mean, how is it possible for him to exit? I can't see that happening now. I think it looks more like he's going to be staying, people. It looks more like he's going to be staying. Real Madrid says, bro, Manchester City will become Barca. Yeah, Barcelona. I don't think Barcelona could afford him, and I don't think that Manchester City could also afford him at all. The underrated player is staying. Yes, says Rodrygo. Real Madrid, Rodrygo. I feel like he's gonna be staying. I mean, where should Rodrygo? I mean, should Rodrygo leave or stay? We've discussed that a whole bunch of times in this show, right? We all want Rodrygo to stay. If he goes, then you need to bring in a number 9, because I don't think Endrick or Gonzalo Garcia should be our number 9. They should stay. One of them should stay, but I don't think they're fit enough to lead the line. So that is a concern for Real Madrid. We got players that wants to play in the same position. Vinicius Jr., Mbappe, Rodrygo, they all want to play on that left-hand side. And the team does not have a balance. Because of that, the team lacks balance and the team lacks that cohesion that you need up front. And if we make changes, definitely we need to bring in a center forward. And I don't see us bringing in anybody. Who are you going to bring in? There's not a lot of number 9s right there on the market right now. You can watch it back, Lindo. You can watch it back. We talked about Diaz. We talked about Konaté, and we're talking about Rodrygo. And at the end, we can cover all the topics that you guys want me to cover. Pick up Rodrygo. Mukuti says, KG, should Madrid go for Antonio or not? Or should they go for Konaté next season? I spoke about Konaté, right? We spoke about Konaté's situation. So if you missed it, yeah, you could go back and watch it. I'm gonna put chapters at the end. All right, don't worry about it. But to focus on Rodrygo here, I see 2 options for Rodrygo. Either he stays and he's gonna be on the bench and try to fight for his position on the right-hand side against Mastantuono and try to fight a position to be on the left-hand side against Vinicius Jr. That's the only thing I see. Kylian Mbappe ain't going nowhere. He's starting every game, regardless of the situation, scored 44 goals. So that position is really secured. So we're talking about 2 positions out there for Rodrygo. He's going to have to compete with his compadre, Vinicius Jr. Or he's going to have to win over Mastantuono. So the good thing for Rodrygo is that Mastantuono is not proven yet. He came from River Plate. He's really, really good. He's a good talent, but he's not proven in Europe. He's not proven in La Liga or the Champions League. So that is the only hope for Rodrygo. If Mastantuono doesn't work out, then Rodrygo can climb up and be a starter. Other than that, I don't see any position for Rodrygo. And it looks highly, highly likely that he's going to be staying. That's my opinion. Rodrygo shall play as a 9. I mean, Carlo Ancelotti kind of tried him as a number 9, but I don't think it worked. I don't think it worked at all. Real Madrid is over, says Arden X7. Why is it over? Mbappe not winning the Ballon d'Or, so it's just again, we got to talk about that later on. La Liga's coming up. Yeah, La Liga's coming up. Fixtures are coming up, and Madrid also secured a friendly match on August 12th. So, yeah, I'll talk about that if we have time at the end. Yep. I just mentioned it, London. I just mentioned it. But yeah, here's the situation, guys. Here's the latest update regarding Rodrygo. Brahim Diaz offer from Saudi, and also Konaté situation. Konaté doesn't want to sign. He doesn't want to sign or extend his contract with Liverpool. So those are good news, I feel like. And before we wrap up, I do want to bring in something here. And this is what I want to bring in, really. This is what I want to bring in. Madrid want either Gonzalo Garcia or Endrick to stay at the club, not both. So again, this is coming from as an outlet that is in Spain, and basically, this is what we discussed weeks ago. We said this weeks ago, right? We said Gonzalo Garcia can't stay or Endrick can't stay. They're not going to have enough minutes to play for Real Madrid. I just mentioned the forward line that we have. So they're not going to get minutes. So one of them definitely have to go. And I believe this story is true because you can't have Endrick and Gonzalo Garcia and Mbappe. On top of that, Vinny, Rodrygo, Mastantuono in the forward lineup. It just doesn't make any sense. So I don't want to sell any of them, but I do want to loan out one of them. And if you ask me, I'm going to loan out Gonzalo Garcia, and I'm going to keep Endrick. I think Endrick has the potential to be a pure 9 for Madrid. And he's showing the glimpse last season. And this season, he's going to improve massively. Yes, Gonzalo Garcia has been on fire and was on fire, top scorer in the Club World Cup. But the game he played against PSG just showed me what he lacks. He lacks that experience. He lacks the composure to hold on to the ball, linking up play. And I think as a Madrid forward lineup, when you have Kylian Mbappe, Vinicius Jr., Mastantuono next to you, you need to be able to link up play. You can't just be a pure 9 in the box and tap in. You can't just do that. So I think for Gonzalo Garcia, that's what he lacks. And I think he's going to definitely improve. I don't know what Alonso has decided in terms of who he wants to keep, but pretty soon, I think we're going to find out who's going to be staying and who is going to be going. London says it's obviously going to be Endrick that is going to stay. I think so too. Endrick is a pure joke, says Lloyd. What do you mean by he's a pure joke? He's really talented, bro. We have Rodrygo, Mastantuono, and Mbappe. That's what I'm saying. One of these guys definitely have to leave. If you're just tuning in, by the way, if you forgot to smash that like, make sure you smash that like. Let's hit 50 likes on the stream right now. And this is a concern. I've given you my thoughts. You guys should let me know if you're watching this recorded. Just let me know in the comments what you think about this. But it's a major decision, major decision for Alonso, whether to go with Endrick or Gonzalo Garcia. He has no relationship with Endrick. What I mean by that is that he's never really used Endrick or seen Endrick play. He just saw highlights from last season. But he actually saw Gonzalo Garcia play. He played for him and succeeded in the Club World Cup, except that last game. So I feel like it's a tricky decision for Xabi Alonso. It's going to define him. It's really going to define him. Andrew got injured when he went to the honeymoon. I wonder what he did there, says London. She broke him. She broke him, bro. She broke him. Bro got injured in the honeymoon. She must have broken him, bro. For sure, she did something to him. This kid is troublesome. He's got a lot of egos, by the way. This guy, Endrick, has got a lot of egos. I think Gonzalo Garcia is more reserved, more humble. He's not that kind. But Endrick, he's got the ego. I mean, he's got a really big ego. We've seen it last season. He had Kylian Mbappe, Vinicius Jr. running beside him. He's going through on goal. He takes a shot from outside the box, and I saw that, and he scored. I'm like, what the hell is this dude doing? Like, the right thing to do was to pass. But you can tell this guy wants to be that 9. He wants to be the big thing. He wants to be the next big thing. So I like that arrogance, but at the same time, it needs to be controlled. I can't show the Legends League now. I can't show it. Now, Mukuti says, I think Endrick should be loaned out or leave. So you expect Gonzalo Garcia to stay. That's what you're saying, Mukuti. Sell Endrick. We're not selling Endrick. There's no way we're selling Endrick. He took a shot from 40 yards. Yeah, I know. I think Lloyd remembers. I was live. I was actually live, and he took a shot. I'm like, what are you doing? And next thing I know, it's in the back of the net. Crazy. Endrick got injured from Timu, says Soch. Garcia was staying, says Real Madrid. Rodrygo. Linda says Endrick has Vinny and Mbappe next to him, and he chooses to shoot. Yeah, bro, he did that. Go back and watch the highlight. Watch the goals that he scored, bro. Watch the goals that he scored. He did that. It was Mbappe was like, what are you doing? And then Mbappe saw the goal went in. He was like, wow, how did that go in? But yeah, guys, before we wrap it up, I want to bring in all the latest transfer news, not just Real Madrid, but I want to bring in all the latest transfer news. We could discuss that and we could wrap it up. All right, let's see what's happening right now. All right. Deal done. Ajax have signed Oscar for 14.7 million. Now that might be a good deal. That really might be a good deal. But this is what I want to talk about. Really. Manchester United are confident they have won the race to sign Benjamin Šeško. They call him Šeško. This, of course, the Slovenian striker is ready to play for Ruben Amorim, bro. And it's coming from Graham Bailey. Is he a number one journalist? Is he a top tier journalist? I mean, we could say he's not really a top tier. He's not like David Ornstein or Fabrizio, but he is still a decent journalist. And we know Newcastle is right now panicking at this moment in time. They know they've lost in on João Pedro, lost in on a lot of players. They're about to lose Isak now, and they're panicking. They wanted Šeško, and Šeško wants to join United because Manchester United is a bigger club than Newcastle. It makes sense, really. And now panic stations at Newcastle, and this would be a really good signing for Manchester United, of course. I think he's better than Rasmus Højlund. I think there could be a situation where Rasmus Højlund could join Leipzig and Šeško can come to Manchester United, and maybe Manchester United would have to pay even more fee if Šeško is, for example, 80 M's or 75 M's. Rasmus could go for 40, and then you pay an extra 40 to get Šeško. But in my point of view, right, I was thinking maybe Watkins makes more sense for Manchester United instead of Šeško. But if United are going all in for Šeško, I'm okay with it. I'm really, really okay with it. But Watkins' situations tells us that he's a pure 9. He knows the Premier League. Šeško is a little bit different. He's not just a pure 9. He can link up play. He goes on the outside, receives the ball, try to dribble, try to do other things. And I feel like that's not really what Manchester United need. And Mbeumo and Cunha could do that. But a pure 9 would be Watkins, and a cheaper option would be Watkins. And I'm not quite sure why Manchester United are going in for Šeško. But you can't complain. You really can't complain. Šeško going to Manchester United would be a good signing. London says Šeško is going to be crazy when he celebrates with his jump at OT. Yeah, his jump is ridiculous, by the way. That's a good news for Manchester United, says Justin. M2 says Old Trafford about to collapse. Yeah, a lot of good signings at Old Trafford right now. Šeško is versatile, says Lloyd. Yeah, Lloyd, what's your opinion on that? Šeško or Watkins for Manchester United? Is it Benjamin the president of the United States? Yeah, he was in the past. Benjamin Franklin, not Benjamin Šeško. Mukuti says KG can Manchester United sign Diego Costa. Diego Costa, the goalkeeper. I highly doubt it. It's possible, but he's way expensive. I think Madrid can't. I mean, I said Madrid. I think Manchester United can't afford that. Unless Onana goes. United can't afford that. Sesko will be the next Haaland, says Tristan. Lloyd says Sesko all day. Yeah, so most of you guys are okay and good and approve the signing of Sesko. So we wait and see. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, but we wait and see what happens with that deal. Another news that is coming, of course, is regarding Xavi Simon. Chelsea are on the verge of reaching a verbal agreement with Xavi Simon over personal terms. Once that is reached, they will submit an official bid to RB Leipzig. So again, Chelsea and Liverpool are just blowing money fast. They blow money fast. I don't know where they're getting the money. Chelsea have spent big on Delap, João Pedro, and now they're about to sign another player, Xavi Simon. It's crazy. And they're also looking at Garnacho, by the way. So I don't know how these teams are spending like this. Liverpool and Chelsea are going nuts in this transfer window. Really, really go nuts. But yeah, I think Xavi Simon, I've never seen his talent, says Lloyd. I don't know much about him, to be honest. You know, I've seen him play for PSG. I've seen him play for Leipzig here and there in the Champions League. I've never actually watched him game in, game out. But he's just all hype, bro. I think he's just hype. I don't think he's on that. He's like the next big thing. I don't think so. It's just all hype. I never see his talent too, bro. Lessel Diaz says WSG Diaz. You're talking about regarding Madrid. Yeah. We've discussed that already. But yeah, let's see. And Paulinho is also another one, bro. Paulinho is also another one. He has passed his medical. There was a here we go already regarding Paulinho and joining Tottenham, right? And now he's set to join. He's set to join from Bayern Munich with an option to buy, of course, 30 M's. And I think this is a good signing for Tottenham. This is a good signing. I was looking at Paulinho for Al Nassr, to be honest with you, and it looked like it never really materialized. But he would have been a decent center back. I mean, a CDM for Al Nassr alongside Brozovic. But now Tottenham are going to have a great player, a really good player, I think, for Tottenham. Yeah, pretty much. We covered everything. I think we covered everything. All the latest transfer news, we kind of talked about it, touched on it. Anything you guys want to know about or ask me about, just leave them in the comment section as soon as we end. And also let me know your thoughts about regarding the situation with all the different topics that we covered today. But yeah, Lloyd says Paulinho back to the Premier League. Yeah, would be a good thing. The Premier League is going nuts right now, and Premier League is spending really, really big, and it's exciting to see what's going to happen in the EPL, to see who's actually going to win it. There's a lot of big teams that can actually win it now. Tottenham versus PSG. Paulinho playing in the Champions League next season, finishing 17. I know, right? I know. KG Isak rejected United when they tried to bid for him. I think that is not true. Manchester United are not trying to sign Isak. He's over 100 M's. I think United are not in the position to be spending over 100 M's after signing Mbeumo and Cunha. Doesn't make any sense. United really weren't in for Isak. They were not really in for Isak. Isak won't play for a Conference League team, says Lloyd. United are not even in the Conference League, bro. They're not in Europe. They're not in Europe, period. WSG says we need Toni Kroos back from retirement. I absolutely agree with you, bro. I absolutely agree with you with that. Lloyd says we need a proper rebuild. Yes. Tristan says KG Isak at Liverpool as yet. No, hasn't been in Liverpool. Liverpool have made an attempt to sign him. The 100 M's has been rejected. So we'll see. We'll see. They're preparing another term. They're preparing another bid. That bid has not come yet, but we'll see. KG, do you think United would cook with their current team? I think United is decent enough to compete in the top 5, especially if Manchester United can get a goalkeeper. I think I prioritize the goalkeeper more than the striker, to be honest with you. Because the front line already on Blamo and Cunha, they're going to bring in goals. Erasmus can't be worse, can't be any worse than last season. So I expect that front line to get goals. My big concern is the goalkeeper situation. Onana is going to concede goals. You know that. Week in, week out, he's going to concede goals. That means we're pretty much starting games 1-0 down with Onana and goal. So that has to change, right? It has to change. And midfield would be nice. Casemiro situation again. You don't know how you can really rely on Casemiro. Ugarte and Kobe Menu did okay, but again, I think one CDM in that position would make this Manchester United team compete for everything, bro. A CDM and a goalkeeper and a center forward, I can easily see United even competing to win the Premier League, bro. I'm not saying they're going to win, but I'm saying they will compete. They will easily be in the top 5, easily, with those situations. So we wait and see what happens, bro. We wait and see what happens. But yeah, to wrap it all up, people, if you're just joining us right now, basically, right, Konaté free to Madrid at 2026. Is that a good buy, or should we go for him now? A 65 million pound bid came apparently from Saudi for Brahim Diaz. Should we accept that or should we not? And also Rodrygo's Premier League exit is looming large. Liverpool, Arsenal, Tottenham, Manchester City. There's a lot of talks, but nobody actually made a bid. So what are your thoughts on that? What do you think is going to happen then? But yeah, guys, with all the topics that we covered, let me know your thoughts in the comment sections. As always, big up to everybody who joined us. Make sure you smash a like on the stream, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and join the Discord as well. I'll put the links in the chat. I'll put the links in the chat as well as soon as we end. Join the Discord right now. Join the Discord right now if you are not in it. But yeah, thank you for watching. And anything you want to ask me, just leave them in the comment sections. All right. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm out. Peace.